So what's the introduction chapter all about? Well, the purpose of the introduction chapter is to set the scene for your research so that the reader understands both what you'll be researching and why it's important. In other words, it covers the same ground as the research proposal and explains and justifies your research topic. A good introduction chapter helps orient the reader so that they understand where your research is headed and what you're trying to figure out without getting into all the nitty-gritty details. So what exactly goes into the introduction chapter? A good introduction chapter needs to pack in a few essential ingredients. The exact requirements can vary slightly between universities and degrees, but generally, you'll need to include the following. Number one, a brief background to your study, explaining the broad area of research you're going to be sinking your teeth into. Now, this will be fairly high level as you'll get into detail in the next point. Number two, a problem statement explaining what the problem is with the current state of research. So basically where the specific knowledge gap exists that your research will address. Number three, your research questions. In other words, the overarching questions that your study will seek to answer based on the knowledge gap you stated. Number four, the significance of your study. So basically why it's important to answer your research questions and how the findings will be useful in the world. As you can see, this is all about explaining the what and the why of your research, defining and justifying your research topic. Essentially, the introduction chapter is the salesman of your study, selling your research to the first-time reader and hopefully getting them interested to read more. This selling is something that you would have done in your research proposal already, so you can draw on that content as the foundation of your introduction chapter.